Hello there. Good evening. This will be another episode in the segment of a lesson in woke. Um, a very real problem with being a YouTube personality. Now, most people who try are not very successful, and the ones that are predominantly successful were kind of rich kids when they started. You can name them like Logan Paul, Simon Whistler, and the list goes on. And it's very hard to, well, you want to find a niche, but at the same time, you don't want to be limited to one particular subject, or else eventually you'll make so much content that you won't have any further information to add to any new videos. Like I like Athlean X. Yeah, teaches about physical fitness and a proper diet and stuff like that. But his channel is limited to what exactly he's going to talk about. Um, there is a quote from somebody whom a lot of people don't like, but it's a hell of a quote. And that would be from Dick Cheney. They're the known knowns. Means you know exactly, whatever it is that you're supposed to know. They're the known unknowns, which means you know there's something that you don't know. You know that you don't know. And then there's the unknown unknowns. You don't know that you don't know. And there are a lot of creeps on the internet, and a lot of them are very mean spirited people. They must live very hollow lives to be so well, downright despicable. Um, I know there are some who kind of act despicable, but they're not really underneath it all, if that makes any sense. Um, but yeah, the internet is full of bullies. And, you know, I have not really seen much action on my YouTube channels or the rest of my social media. Um, I think the general idea is a lot of people don't like my opinions on things, and you know, they would like me to stop making YouTube videos. Um, the thing is, I've said some things that are true on my few years stint on the YouTube channel, but they're like things you're not supposed to say. um, no less true though. Um, unless someone stands to correct me, then fine. No one's been willing to do that so far. Um, but yeah, it's a big world, and there's a reason they call it the World Wide Web. Um, because there's a hideous monster in the middle of it. It's kind of got features like a cold-hearted tarantula. Um, and you can't very well trust it at all. Um, and that in itself is kind of spooky that there's something out there like that. Um, not physically, but I mean, um, it's a bit of a metaphor. However, actually, they could make spiders bigger as well as other, creatures like insects and things like that. Um, because, as some people know, around the time of the dinosaurs and things like that, there were giant insects. That's because the world's temperature was different. And since insects multiply so fast, they, in theory, could be modified to be bigger. And why would anybody want to do something like that? But there's some crazy reasons why people would think like that and want to pursue doing something like that. Anyway, getting sidetracked. I do a lot of my videos actually. Yeah, it's this is you can stumble into it. There's a lot of content on YouTube. Trust me, no matter how stupid you look, somebody has bested you at being stupid. Somewhere on the internet. In fact, probably 1,000 people have bested you. And most of those people, they may do one thing, I don't know, like a skateboarding trick or something, and somebody YouTube recorded that and put it up on YouTube, and they may never know that they had at least a little ripple in the online community. And they most certainly won't get paid for it, that's for sure. It's very, very hard to make money on YouTube. Unless you already have it and you know all the rules. Because it's not clearly defined where these rules are exactly. They give you the dummy version that you can look up, but the real version of it, like what do you need to get more views, to actually be paid for your content? To add graphics without buying a super expensive software program. These are all things that, some people, they have the edge because they know already before they get into it. Whereas I do not have that advantage. That is a known unknown for me. And, I review certain in my day-to-day life, and I go, something's off. Something just doesn't feel normal. There's quite a number of things that I really don't want to, be a pansy about and complain about it all the time. But, I still don't like these certain things, like my physical discomfort I have. Thank you very much, psychiatrist. I wish I'd never met them. Despicable people. Making my life difficult for no particular reason other than they got to prove a point. There's that. There is definitely social isolation, and with a vague connotation of somebody's, they're having a laugh on me, they're taking the piss out of me, and they're getting away with it. And this very concept of this physical ailments that I have, what if they are permanent? I don't believe they are. I think it's all about, finding a way to get them to cough up the one-time medication to get rid of this sore throat and the chest pain. And I got to worry about pancreatitis and a bunch of other things as well. And these are all very uncomfortable feelings. So wouldn't be surprised if this video, as I'm talking into the camera, is being viewed even before I upload it to YouTube, because as most people know, most computers these days are Wi-Fi. You don't have a choice. It has to have Wi-Fi. And that is a bunch of, well, there's a lot of words I could use to describe that, but none of them are any good. I would much prefer a wire to my internet box. That's what I would prefer, but if you want a new computer, then you're not going to get that luxury. Maybe you could build your own one and not include Wi-Fi. I don't know about that. I haven't tried. But at any rate, it's rubbish. Just rubbish. Yeah, so the whole mysteries of the internet and a lot of stuff you don't want to find, and a lot of people want to tell you stuff you don't want to know, and all this other kind of, fucked up shit. Yeah, it does. You wouldn't be human if you didn't think about it as you're making YouTube videos, unless you're plain ignorant. But, me in my mid-30s, I am like to think I'm not completely stupid. And yeah, I just know that there's a lot more going on with my YouTube than I know about. There might be even a long string of comments on my YouTube channel, and I can't see them because I am the YouTube creator of these videos, and they don't want me to feel, I don't know, important or anything like that, or that I'm right, or that anyone's interested in what I've got to say. Um, but I have reason to suspect that that is a fabrication of what my YouTube personality is on this social media platform. Um, yeah, so lesson in woke, being a YouTube personality. Sometimes it can pay off. Sometimes puts you in a worse position, and sometimes you get absolutely nothing out of it other than its own self gratification of making YouTube videos. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Don't want this video to be too long, and I will talk to you people another time.